This isn't just a cute animal story. It's a tale of bravery, ingenuity, and survival from the harrowing trenches of World War I. Have you ever heard of a spy who was fluffy, had 4 legs, and purred? Today, we're diving into the incredible, little-known story of Togo, the spy cat of the Western Front. The year is somewhere between 1914 and 1918. The Western Front is a brutal landscape of mud, trenches, and constant danger. For the soldiers living in these conditions, every day was a struggle for survival. But one of the most terrifying and insidious threats wasn't a bullet or a shell, but something invisible, silent and deadly: chemical gas. Gases, like chlorine and mustard gas, were horrifying new weapons. They could incapacitate or kill entire platoons in minutes, creeping silently across no man's land. Early warning was the only real defense. Soldiers had gas masks, but they needed to know when to put them on. A second's delay could be fatal. Early gas detectors were primitive and unreliable. They were often slow to react, meaning by the time an alarm was raised, it was already too late for many. The Allied forces were desperate for a better system, a living, breathing alarm that could provide those precious extra seconds of warning. This is where an unlikely hero enters our story. Enter Togo. We don't know exactly where he came from. He was likely a stray who found a strange sort of home amidst the chaos of the trenches. Cats were common in the trenches, prized for their ability to hunt rats and mice that plagued the soldiers and their food supplies. They provided a small sense of normalcy and comfort in an otherwise hellish environment. But Allied intelligence saw another potential use for these feline residents. They had noticed something fascinating. Animals, particularly cats, seem to have a much more sensitive respiratory system than humans. It was observed that cats would show signs of distress from gas long before even the most observant soldier would notice a strange smell or a stinging in their eyes. Their coughing, sneezing, and agitation could serve as a natural, biological alarm. So, a top-secret experiment began. Togo, along with other trench cats, was unofficially recruited into a special intelligence unit. His mission? To be the canary in the coal mine, or rather, the cat in the trench. Imagine the scene: a quiet moment on the front line. Soldiers are cleaning their rifles, writing letters home, or trying to get some rest. Togo is curled up, perhaps dozing on a stack of sandbags. Suddenly, he jolts awake. He starts sneezing, his ears flatten, and he becomes visibly agitated, trying to hide or escape. For the soldiers who were in on the secret, this was the signal. It wasn't the sound of a mechanical alarm or a distant shout. It was the frantic reaction of their feline companion. Gas, gas, gas. The cry would go up. Soldiers would scramble to don their cumbersome gas masks, their movements spurred on by the sight of Togo's distress. Those few extra seconds that Togo's sensitivity provided were the difference between life and death. While the chemical cloud rolled into the trench, the soldiers would already be protected, breathing safely behind their masks. They owed their lives to a small, unassuming cat who had no idea he was a hero. According to reports that surfaced years after the war, Togo's keen senses and timely reactions were credited with saving dozens, if not hundreds, of soldiers' lives. He wasn't just a pet, he was a vital piece of surveillance equipment, a living, breathing gas detector who never failed in his duty. The most amazing part of this story is how well it was kept under wraps. The use of cats as gas detectors was a wartime secret. You won't find it in many official military records from the time. It was a piece of field-level ingenuity, a practical solution to a deadly problem, and revealing it could have compromised its effectiveness. It was only years later, as veterans began to share their stories, that the tale of Togo and the other spy cats of the Western Front began to emerge. It makes you think about all the other untold stories of animal heroism in human conflicts. From carrier pigeons delivering life-saving messages to dogs finding wounded soldiers, animals have played a significant and often overlooked role. Togo's story is a powerful reminder that heroes come in all shapes and sizes. He wasn't trained in combat, and he didn't carry a weapon. He was just a cat whose natural instincts were put to use in a way that saved human lives. It also highlights the incredible bond that can form between humans and animals, even in the most extreme circumstances. For the soldiers in that trench, Togo wasn't just a tool. He was a comrade, a friend, a furry companion who shared their hardships and, in his own unique way, protected them. They fed him from their own meager rations and offered him what little comfort they could find. In return, he gave them the most valuable gift of all, the gift of time. So next time you see a cat, maybe take a moment to remember Togo, the spy cat who faced one of the most terrifying weapons of the Great War and became an unsung hero of the trenches. His story is a testament to the unexpected ways in which courage and survival can manifest, reminding us that even the smallest among us can make the biggest difference. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into a forgotten corner of history. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible tales you won't find in the history books. Let us know in the comments what you think about Togo's story, or if you know of any other amazing animal heroes. Until next time, stay curious.